Welcome back to Cooking with Ben. I've had a lot going on and haven't had a chance to use the Instant Pot very much. I've remade a couple of the first recipes and they've been delicious every single time. Today, I'm going to be making a egg roll soup. Now in about a month, my girlfriend and I are going to be going on a keto, paleo sort of a diet. And this is one of the things that I saw on a recommended page for it. Sounded and looked delicious. We're going to see if it is. Thanks for tuning in. Here's the ingredients that we'll be using. I'll go over them individually as we get to them. Now I'm going to go ahead and prepare some of the ingredients now that I'm going to be putting into the pot in a minute, just to save some time as my videos have gone on a little bit long. So we're going to try and shorten them up here by doing that. So first I'm going to chop up this here half head of a cabbage. Be right back for that. Now as you can see, I've chopped up the half a head of cabbage. I don't know if I chopped it up finely enough. I hope I did. I've never chopped up cabbage before in my life. Cabbage is gross, but I guess that it's in stuff. So, I mean, it's okay if it's like in stuff, right? So is it going to be in the soup? I guess it's in egg rolls because it's in this recipe. I don't know. We'll find out. Seems like a whole lot of cabbage though. Like a lot of cabbage. So we're going to see how that turns out. Next, I'm going to chop up a single onion. So I'll be right back after that. Alright, so I've chopped up the onion. The whole onion. I used my chopper, and I also have here 2 cups of shredded carrots. I bought these pre-packaged because it's easier that way. And I got here, in here there is a teaspoon in there of onion powder, garlic powder, ground sugar, and sea salt. So now we're going to go on to the cooking portion. Basically for this we're going to add the pound of ground pork to the Instant Pot. On the saute setting, we're gonna brown it, just like we've done for a lot of our recipes. We're gonna brown it, and then we're gonna add everything else, and then turn it on. That's a pretty easy recipe. So, gonna give it a shot. Here we go. I'll join you here in a second. All right. So as you can see, I've got the Instant Pot on saute, a very popular setting for cooking recipes. And then I added a tablespoon of olive oil, which is in here cooking up. And now I'm browning the pork and the ground pork. And I also mixed in the onion because the recipe called for that. And once there's no longer any pink left, we're going to go ahead and add everything else into it. And that is pretty much it. Then we're going to set it, wait for it, and see how it turns out. Alright, so we've got most of all the pink is gone out of there, so now we're just going to add everything else we need to make our soup. I've gone ahead and turned it off, and then I'll turn it on once I got everything poured in here. But first we're going to add 3 to 4 cups. Knock some stuff off the sides here. 3 to 4 cups of Swanson. It doesn't have to be Swanson, but that's what I got. Beef broth with 50% less sodium than our regular product. So I'm adding that in here. Alright. And then we've got our insane amount of cabbage. So I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, I missed a whole lot. Darn it. Okay. It's hard to do all this, but I like the action shots. Added a whole bunch of cabbage. Gonna add our 2 cups of carrot. Put those in here. And now I'm gonna mix it up before I add in the powders, just to kind of make it easier to mix those in. So I'm gonna mix all this up, and we'll come back for the powders, and then we're gonna see what the rest of the instructions are. All right, so I've mixed it up quite a bit. As you can see, it's a very thick soup. Like, it looked like this in the pictures. It didn't look as cabbagey. That's an insane amount of cabbage to me, but I guess that's what's supposed to happen. So now we just have to add our teaspoons of all the powders that I went over earlier. Dump those in. And mix that in really nice and good. and then I will be right back with instructions on the setting, and we will go from there. Thanks for tuning in. Today we got Apollo helping out and clickety-clacking his claws around while we cook. Thanks for joining us today, Apollo. And alright, so we're all mixed in. I got all the powders mixed in. So now comes the fun part. Listen for it. Here's the happy noise. Yeah. So for this one, we're going to set it to the sealed position. This is venting, this is sealed. So I've gone over it before, but this is kind of wobbly. You just kind of click it in place there. And now for cooking, we're supposed to set it to manual. That was a knife in the sink. Nothing wrong there. For 25 minutes. That is the longest I've ever had. But we're going to set it. It'll take a while to get up to heat. It's going to click on here in a second. And then, as usual, we just wait for the little silver thing to pop up, and then the countdown will start. And 25 minutes from now, we'll know how it is, and I will join you back then. Alright, our timer is up. The 25 minutes is passed. Really curious what this is going to be like. I've never made a soup. I've never really made anything like this, much less with an Instant Pot, so we're going to see how it goes. First of all, we get to do the super fun thing of releasing the pressure. Huh? That's going to take a minute, so I'm going to go ahead and pause and then come back and we can open the lid and see how we're doing. Alright, it has finished releasing its steam, so we get to uncover and take a look and see how this did. I'm very skeptical of this one just because of all that cabbage. Alright, here we go. What? Well, it looks good, right? We'll stir it up here. Get my, my stirring spoon. Okay, this actually legit looks delicious. It smells so good. That's what it looks like. That's awesome. I'm pleasantly surprised. I think a lot of the cabbage just sort of like it lost its color while it cooked, but that's I mean that's what it's supposed to do, right? I guess. This looks fantastic. This looks fantastic. I can't wait to give this a shot. So I'll tell you what, I'm gonna pour myself a bowl of it, ladle some out. I'm not using this, I'm gonna use a ladle, and we'll give it a shot and see how it is. Alright, so here we are. I've got my my egg roll soup in here. Got a bite of it to try here. I'm gonna give it a shot. It's my dog walking around clickety-clacking. Shh, shh, clickety-clacking. But I'm gonna give it a shot here, see how it tastes. That's awesome. That tastes really good. If you like egg rolls, it's seriously like you just opened up an egg roll and dumped it into some soup. Like, it's good. That makes sense. It's called egg roll soup, but it's really good. So, highly recommend this. Still recommend the Instant Pot. It's been working wonders for me. So, yeah. Thanks for tuning in to Cooking with Ben, and we'll be back next time. We might try like a pot roast or something. Not sure, but we'll give it a shot. Thanks for stopping by.